Hey guys, my name is James, and today I'm going to be playing more of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time from the Nintendo 64. This is going to be part number 7. I'm going to be playing through the entire water temple today, and this is a pretty complicated dungeon, but we're going to be jumping in. We're going to be picking up right outside the water temple is where I stopped right before recording. And I'm gonna need that on the side. And if you want to know everything that I've done since my last video, you can check out the guide that I've been using, which is in the description of the video. Or the like 100% item checklist that I've been using. And yeah, I guess we're just gonna jump right in. And we're going to try to blitz through here as efficiently as possible. I'm thinking it'll take us about 45 minutes if I don't get turned around or anything. But first thing we're going to do is come out here. And jump into this water. And so I think the way the game works, you're supposed to get the map first and then learn how to change the water level and stuff. I like to get the compass and the map before anything so that you can kind of find your bearings a little bit better. And I'm playing on the N64 version, so changing back and forth between the iron boots and the regular boots is a little bit annoying, but if you're not also switching between the map screen, it's a little less annoying. Okay, so after you've moved that block, you're gonna come over here and swim down. So this is the second floor. This is the west side of the second floor. Oh, and you actually are gonna need your iron boots for this. And these guys will be a little annoying. You don't need to take them out. But if they're giving you too much trouble, you can go ahead and take them out. Alright, and now with our iron boots on, we don't really need to take them off for this, because we're just going to put them right back on anyway over there. We're going to go right here, we're going to use our arrow and shoot this, and then very quickly open the chest. The chest has a very small time, or that water has a very small timer on it that you won't be able to hit that thing with your sword and then walk back over there. And then after that, you can just jump back in there. And I did, when I was doing my prep for this video, I wrote out some instructions for myself. And so the next thing we're going to do on this same side, which is the west side of the building, which would be on your right when you come into the dungeon, you're going to go out the first floor west, and we should find Princess Ruto over here. There she is. So far, so good. And I'm just going to click through all this. I don't really know that we need to do all this right now. I mean, I don't really want to read it all. But if you want to slow it down and read it, you're welcome to. All right. And then basically the way this dungeon looks, we're going to be getting about 5 Skulltula in the dungeon, we're going to be getting 4-ish keys, and then we're going to be getting an item, and then we're going to be getting a couple more keys, and then we're going to be fighting a final boss. So, when I say it like that, it sounds really simple, but even for somebody that's played this game a lot, I get turned around quite a bit. Okay, so once you're done talking to Princess Ruto, you're going to take off your iron boots, and you're going to float to the very, very top. And then when you get to here, you're going to see this symbol on the wall. Your first instinct is going to be to go ahead and play Zelda's Lullaby right there. But first, you should probably go out this door. And in this room, we're going to get... Oh, come on. Okay, taking these out with your hook shot is easier. And then taking out all 4 of those will unlock the door and make the map appear. And now we have both the map and the compass, which makes the dungeon a lot easier. Okay, so... And when we were talking to Ruto, she mentioned that there's 3 places in the dungeon that you can change the water level. This is the first one, and you get to this one by accessing, by going down to the first floor and going out the west door. Alright, so map, and then we're going to lower the water, which is what we're doing right now. And I recommend, if you haven't at this point, doing the quest for the Big Goron sword, which I really like. And then also, if you don't have Din's Fire yet, that's a good item to have right now, too. But let's put this back. There we go. And we're going to go... Oh, what happened? Oh, that's annoying. I wasn't close enough to the crest, so nothing happened. Okay, so when you're doing those quests, you got to make sure you're standing close enough to them. Or when you're trying to change the water level, you have to be close enough to the Hyrule symbol for the music thing to show up. Otherwise, it won't work. Once you do that, you're just going to jump all the way back down. And then you're going to get here. There's this locked door. There's a couple things you can do. What I'm going to do is use Din's Fire to light these 2 torches. If you don't have Din's Fire, you can do this with the bow. You can stand right here and shoot a arrow through the flame to light that one, and then do the same thing over here. With that, it's a little bit annoying that you have to do it a little bit quickly, so that the fire doesn't go out, but that's okay. And then these guys, once again, you're going to want to take these out with your hook shot. And just kind of edge closer to them, and when they open up, just get them. And then, boom. And then when you defeat all 3 of those, you will get a chest, and this should be key number 1. All right, next, before changing the water level again, we're going to get another key, and we're actually going to get our first gold Skulltula. So, I'm going to go out this one over here. And we need bombs for this. And we'll use our bombs again later, I think, so we're going to keep them. And then I'm going to try to dive to see if I can avoid putting my boots on right here. And there's that little clam thing down there that we are probably going to need to fight later. Okay, so this will get us all the way up here. And then this switch is going to raise this water a little bit. And this, I said we're not going to raise the water yet. That doesn't really count. And then there. And one thing that's nice about the Big Goron sword is that it takes out these Tektites? Is that what they're called? In one hit. And then you get to right here. You can see kinda a Skulltula back there, and you can see a crystal right there too. You're gonna stand right here and do a spin attack. And you should be able to do that with the Master Sword as well. Its reach should be plenty. Alright. And so that should be Gold Skulltula number 72 on the guide that I mentioned earlier that you can find a link for in the description. And now we are going to need our boots now. And we're going to be going back... come on. We're going to be going back the same way. And then you're going to want to probably kill this guy just so he's not too annoying. He's not tough. And then... there's only one way you can go here, but we're going to be swimming back out of the same little spot that we bombed before. And now, so don't get fooled and go in this door, because we need to go this way and get a key first. I think that's where a lot of people get stuck, is they get a key, and they want to use it in the first locked door that they see instead of exploring anything that they can, and I think that's kind of where people get stuck on this dungeon. Alright, so we push the block, switch to our iron boots, into the water, and now... switch back to our regular boots so we can swim up. And here... okay, that should be pretty easy. Okay, and then when you get to this room, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So you're going to go to right here, and go to your iron boots, and drop straight down. And you want to land right on this pipe thing. And so from right here, we are going to hit this with our hook shot, and then hook shot to right there, and then walk under the gate that we can't see right now. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. And ignore these guys until you get under here. It's gonna feel counterintuitive to just kind of walk into them like that, but if the gate closes before you're all the way in there, you're gonna have to do all that stuff again. And then we can look up. And so we are going to float up. And then this is another key. And once again, iron boots, hit this thing, and then that one will reopen the gate down there, which you should have no trouble getting out of there. And then that's everything that we need to do before changing the water level again. And so we're going to go back to that main room, that center room. The one where I told you to not... the one where I told you to not go in that door before. We're going to go in that door now. Alright. So, I do think that what makes this level... oh, man. I do think that what makes this dungeon kind of annoying, other than changing the your iron boots a whole lot, is that changing your the map screen is on the opposite side of the pause screen from the inventory screen where you change your boots. It'd be nice if they were a little closer to each other. All right, so we're going to use one of our keys to get in this door, and then we're going to hook shot. Not yet. From here, we're going to hook shot up here. Try to go at it as straight as possible. If you get it at an angle, it won't let you do it. And then we're going to get to our second spot where we can change the water. And so we're going to be raising the water level this time. Okay. And then before we do anything else, there's a couple things that I want to point out. One of them is that in this room, at the very, very top, there's a gold Skulltula that we can't get to right now. We're going to be coming back to it later. And you're going to feel... Your gut instinct is going to be to go out this door right here, but we're not going to do that yet. This is another spot that I think that people get kind of stuck. You actually want to put on your iron boots and go all the way down to the bottom and go into this hole right here before this hole was sealed up by that floating block. And we're going to go down into the basement. And we can already see on the map that there is a chest in here. And we're going to hit this chest, or we're going to hit this thing from right here with the hook shot, because when we do, stuff's going to fall. And taking out all these guys, I recommend doing this with your hook shot. Actually, underwater, I think the hook shot's your only option. So you can take out a lot of those without even moving. Oop. So if you're not quick enough with your hook shot, that's what they do. There they go. And when you're trudging around underwater with the iron boots on, turning is not very easy. You're better off probably just changing directions altogether. Alright, and we're gonna switch to our regular boots. It's crazy how Link aged 7 years and those same boots still fit him. Alright. And this is key number 3. And then we're going to go back down. Okay, and we're going to change the water level again, but first we're going to get one more key. And okay, so now we're going to swim all the way up to the second floor because we have to be able to go out any doors or anything. It'll take a minute to get up there. And then once we go out one of those doors, we're going to drop all the way back down to the first floor. I say all the way as if going down one floor is like really far. Okay. And so we're going to go down to the ground. All right, and I should have probably mentioned this before, but I didn't. If you have any questions about anything that I did between videos and don't want to look in that guide that I keep mentioning, leave a comment and I'll do my best to respond to it. If I start getting like hundreds of comments, which I've never done before, I will probably stop answering, but yeah. So this is the same spot where we saw Princess Ruto earlier, but before we couldn't get through this crack because the entire crack was underwater. We want to take out a bomb and bomb the crack. And then open a chest. And that'll give us another key. So we've got a nice little buildup of keys now. And we're going to be going back out into that center room again. And now... So I mentioned earlier, or Ruto told us earlier, that there's 3 places that you can change the water. We're going to go... we're going to go find spot number 3. And something that'll help you kind of navigate this dungeon a lot is understanding that where the water is, at each water level, there's only one spot that you're going to be able to get to change the water. Okay, so you're going to stand right here for a second, just so we don't get annoyed. You're waiting for this Tektite. I don't know that that's what they're called. And then you're going to raise this. And so if you don't kill that little enemy before, it'll hit you when you're like halfway up, and then you'll fall back down and have to kill it anyway. So you want to do that. And this will get us to right here. So this overlooks the central pillar and is another water change location. And so this will raise the water to where it was when we entered the dungeon. Which then means if we want to lower the water after this, we have to go back to the spot that Ruto showed us earlier. And we're not going to be doing that yet. So, from here, I'm going to make a U-turn and go out the 3rd floor west locked door. And we're going to see another gold Skulltula in here. It's going to be... we might have just seen it. It's right there on the wall, but we can't get it yet. We're going to be coming back to that later, too. And so we're just going to jump down here. Oh, man. I got to wait for it to go back down. And you're going to want to do this a little quickly. The quicker you can go, the faster you'll get up there. And then we're going to use our final key. So this is why you needed so many keys, because you couldn't get to this room without having all 4 of those keys. And now, I'm going to try to do this avoiding... It is a Tektite. I know what I'm doing, guys. Okay, you're going to hit the switch, and it's going to raise up this thing. And then you're going to hook shot across. And you're going to hit the switch again. Ooh, that was close. And then you're going to hook shot to there and climb over the head. And then hit the switch again. And our buddy here is going to try to come kill us. From here, we're going to hit that. And then we're going to lower it again. There's a lot of up downs right here. And now we're going to stand on the head and hit it one more time, and this will raise us up to the ledge. money. And these should both give you magic. Alright, and now we're going to be entering in a big room. And to figure out what's going on in this room, you have to walk all the way across and basically, like, touch the door. And then when you turn around, there's going to be an enemy right here. And it says, Dark Link, conquer yourself. So this is the spot that I find the Big Goron sword to be really helpful. Because since Dark Link has the Master Sword, if you attack him with the Master Sword, a lot of times you'll just kind of bounce off of him. And so yeah, that wasn't too hard. And so then we can go in here, and we're gonna get a new item. An upgrade of an item. Alright, we found the long shot. And what we're gonna do... Hold on. Alright, we're gonna play the Song of Time. I got my buttons mixed up. And it's gonna make that block disappear, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into this block. And it's gonna drop us down here. And we're going to just, you know... Yeah, Navi, we know about the water. And you can float most of the way down there. And then when you see this heart, you're going to want to Iron Boot. And from here... Oh, not quite. That was a little... Oh! That might have been a little premature. But you're going to want to be Iron Booted right here so that you can get this guy. And that is Gold Skulltula number 73 in the item checklist that I've been mentioning. And then from right, when you get here, don't try to do this part with your iron boots. I tried that, and it took forever and was unsuccessful. You're able to just swim across to here, and you don't really need to stop right here, but then you're going to go straight to over here. And from here... Oh, we need our bow. And then... I don't think we need our bow again soon, so we're going to take out our bear bombs again. And on that, hook-shotting over this chest, you got to be a little quick, because the gate will close. And you found another small key. And now, does this room look familiar? It should. This is the top of that room with the pipe that we stood on to get one of our keys earlier. Alright, so that was key number 5. And... next, we're going to actually be getting another Skulltula. Where am I? Oh, this is one. The water's high, so hook shotting to there won't help. Okay, and for our next Skulltula, we're going to need to go all the way up to the top, and we're going to go out the 3rd floor west, which is going to be another familiar room. And we are in this room again. And we should be able to hit it and collect it. That is Skulltula number 75. Oh, so I'm sorry. That was 74 in the guide that I've been using. And now we're gonna take the water down to the bottom again. And so the water level right now is at the very top, which is where it was when we entered the dungeon. So if you can remember, we need to go to the first site where we changed the water, which is going to be to go down to the very bottom and go out the east door. And, whatever, go out one of them, go out door on the bottom. And this is where we saw Princess Ruto earlier. We're going to be going all the way back up to the top and lowering the water again. I got stuck on something. I think we're making pretty good time. Alright, so back down to the bottom. And our next thing, we're going to go... We have to change the water level again. So we're going to be going back into this middle section. And we're going to go to here, turn around. And so this is where we change the water, and... Great. All right. So that was Gold Skulltula number 75, and now we are raising the water again. Oops. We only have a handful. I only have 5 more things written on my my notes that I wrote for myself. And I guess my notes that I wrote for myself, I'll go ahead and include them in the description. I don't know that they'll be very helpful. And so this, you want to hit that, and then use your long shot to go across. And that's actually something that people get stuck on too. If you don't know that you need the long shot, you can think that you're just like not quick enough. All right. And just so y'all know, this block that we just pushed, that was the block that was the very first thing that we did when we came into the dungeon. We moved that block to put it in position for us to move again right now. All right, that is small key number 6. Now, let's get out of here. My notes say, oh, can't go that way. We're gonna get another gold Skulltula. And it says to get this one, we're gonna go out the north side of the first floor. Oh, yeah. We could have come into this room before, but we wouldn't have been able to do anything because our hook shot couldn't reach all the way over there. But I can now. Alright, unlock the door. And then you don't need to take off your iron boots for this because we're just going to be jumping in the water. Try to minimize the... Ooh, that was close. You can ignore all those tektites and just go out this door. And in here, this is the room I was thinking about earlier where we want to have bombs equipped. I forgot about the part with the eyeball. Oh, I did that wrong. Let's... Oops, wrong item. There we go, that's what I want. Hell yeah. Got a bunch of hearts. One of the things that kind of breaks it for me, not breaks it, but makes it a little annoying is that if you don't know how to do something and then open a nearby pot, you're almost guaranteed to receive some of whatever it is that you need. So like right there, I needed bombs. And it's nice that they put those pots there to like guarantee that you're not gonna be here and not have any bombs. But I don't know. I'm of two minds about it. Okay. I was gonna let you live, but you were being super annoying. Me too. Alright. I said I was gonna shoot for 45 minutes. I think we're gonna be closer to 50. Which is fine. I still think that this was going to be a fairly concise video, or fairly streamlined guide, and completely uncut, unless I really screw something up here at the end. Okay, and this part can be kind of annoying. You have two tektites over on the other side, and so you got to do this a little bit quick. Oh, man. That was dumb. The tektites were in my way. God dang it. I just fell, too. But now that the tektites are on the bottom, this is easy. Okay, and from here, right here, you're going to stop. Not get hit by the boulder. And then this is our final... That is Gold Skulltula number 76, which is the last one in the dungeon. Now we're going to wait for that to go by and... drop down to here. And... oops. Gonna use our final key. Whew. Alright. Use these fairies to heal up. And catch on in a bottle if you want to have it for the boss. I think I already have full fairies, so I'm not worried about it. And I've fought this boss a few times now. I've fought this boss probably 2 or 3 times in the last day, just getting ready for this video, and I don't think I'm going to be dying. Unless something goes really terribly. And next thing is that we're going to go... Okay, that's enough. We're going to be going out to the main room again. And we're going to be going out the 2nd floor west door and changing the water. I'm going to try to avoid these guys. Oh, they got me. Oh, they got me again. That's okay. So 2nd floor west will be this way. And so this is gonna get us to the 3rd water location that we discovered earlier. Or water changing location. I didn't kill the Tektite. Let's see if it screws me. Nope. I got lucky. Okay, we're going to change the water. And then, all that's going to be left is to go out the 3rd floor north door. Ooh, excuse me. And fight the boss. Hey, another fairy. Oh, this part is kind of annoying. I didn't realize when I was doing my my practice run earlier that that you can turn while you're running up here. I thought you just had to run in a straight line. And I was getting really annoyed. All right. Okay. This is the boss room. We're going to jump over to the water, and it's going to go into a little cutscene. And this boss really isn't that bad. You're going to be using the hook shot. You're going to want to be... The annoying thing is that you're using your hook shot on a moving target, so you're going to want to position yourself in a way that you shoot your hook shot at it when it's moving like towards you or away from you, so that its movement doesn't affect whether or not you get it, if that makes sense. And this is another thing where I like to have the Big Goron sword. Oh, god dang it. I just walked into it. Alright. The Big Goron sword's helpful in boss battles so that you're not trying to do like jump attacks and stuff. You still can do jump attacks and I guess kill it even faster, but the Big Goron sword, you only have to hit it a few times. Stay away. You want to be right here. What? That went, like, through it. Alright, that was one. Two. I'm thinking I only have to hit like 3, maybe 4 times. When it starts swirling like that is when you want to run away so it doesn't grab you. Oh, that's 3. I don't think you're going to be able to get it when it's bouncing around like that. Your best bet is to wait until it does that, like... until it's like this. There we go. Got him. Alright, guys, this has been the Water Temple. Full walkthrough of the Water Temple. All 6 keys. 5 gold Skulltula, long shot, and now we're just gonna go through our closing dialogue and be on our way. All right, and this will get me up to, I think, 15 hearts. Maybe 16? 15 hearts, hell yeah. And let's check out our closing dialogue. Link! I have expected no less from the man I chose to be my husband. Zora's domain and its people will eventually return to their original state. As a reward, I grant my eternal love. Well, that's what I want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now. Blah, blah, blah. She's the water sage. And... oops. I don't know if that came through. A YouTube video popped up and started playing in the background. Alright, she's going to give us the water medallion. And I'm thinking that's going to be it. Guys? Oh, let's wait. I don't want to outro too early. I think that's it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. As always, the best way to keep up with me is on Twitter and on Instagram at James_Solar, and on Blue Sky at jamessolar.bsky.social. Let's hold up. Let's see what she wants. All right. Cool. I know the next thing I'm going to be doing is getting the fire arrows, but I'm going to do all that before my next video. Guys, this is really it. The video is now over and Sheik is gone. Come on. All right, we're really done. Guys, we're going to go ahead and create a save state. And yeah, we're going to pick up at the beginning of the next dungeon. So check out that video. Thanks, guys.